Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 5, Episode 12, called What We're Not Gonna Do. And I believe this was the season finale. I didn't even realize this was the season finale. I don't remember them saying this was the season finale last week, but listen, a lot been going on, my brain not here. So this is the season finale, and we're just gonna start off where we left off. Kind of last week with the whole riffraff between Trina, Gael, Claudia, and Florence. So I guess it's the next morning. So Trina, Joy, Bobby, they're out for breakfast, brunch, to sit down and talk about what done happened the night before. And my thing is, I don't understand. I mean, how we're talking about everybody going off on Trina for disrespecting the Haitian community the next morning, because technically this wasn't aired out yet. But I mean, I guess since, it was in the Magic Mondays, people may have recorded it and got out, and that's why people are talking about it. But for it to already blow up to the point where they're discussing it the next morning, this is where I'm just like, okay, I don't know the timeline of this, but it doesn't seem like it's the next morning. It may have been like a week later or whatnot, because then we see the interview that she had with someone in regards to the comment she made in regards to calling, I believe, Gael and Claudia, voodoo, cat eating people, blah, 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 whatnot. Am I offended as someone, a part of the Haitian community, since I am Haitian? No, because at the end of the day, these people on these dang shows is like, unfortunately, it's to be expected. So it's like, listen, whatever, okay? Because I already know my truth, okay? I don't do voodoo or none of that stuff. I don't go none of that. I don't eat cat. So any type of cat that you think, I don't do none of that, okay? So whatever Trina want to say, listen, that don't pertain to me. Now, I can understand why people would feel offended, not saying that they don't have no right to feel offended, but at the same time, this is Love and Hip Hop. Like, I can't really take too much things seriously on this show. It's like, I take everything with a grain of salt. Granted, the whole Erica situation, yes, of course I felt some time, but like, at this point, I'm just tired. Everybody talks so much crap. Everybody's so disrespectful. Not even nowadays, but in like all of life. So at this point, I whatever. Okay, she said what she said. Listen, if that's how you feel, Trina, that's how you feel. Whatever. But like, I don't know you. You don't know me. It's probably gonna be like that for the rest of life. I don't know. So, in regards to this and feeling offended, I don't have the energy to feel offended by what Trina done said. Okay, because we already know how Trina is. Like I said, she's kind of a problematic type of person. But then again, this is Gael and Claudia we're talking about too. Also problematic people. So when you have toxicity and toxicity mixed together, what you gonna get? A bomb. So they started discussing that, but then, Joy makes a comment saying she's glad she dodged a bullet with that family. Okay, technically you'll be dealing with Marlon, but I mean, I guess he's associated with, Gael and Florence, of course, so she would have been mixed in the drama, but it's just like, not Flo, but Joy, stop trying to act like you dodged a bullet. Like, if we going based off the show, Trina was the one who told you, like, don't even try to go that route. So technically, you should be thinking Trina. Anyway, then they go on to talking about Amara and the Von Chase situation, and if what she posted was real or not real. Do I believe what she posted was real? I don't know. Could it have been Photoshop? It could have, but at the same time, from hearing other people's thoughts about it, I guess the post was real. Her response was real. Whether it was her or not, we don't know. But I don't know. Like, I don't care, because it's just like all these people just trash. Okay, just like Flo's mom said, you trash. So if Amara did post that, she ain't Sugar Honey Iced Tea for that. If she didn't post it, who posted it? I don't know. At this point, this is the season finale, so it's like I'm drained of everything that I have to give to this dang season, because I already gave up the energy of what I had to say on the other episodes. So in regards to Amara, listen, you know what you did, okay? Let's keep it 100, okay? Let's keep it transparent. It came from your thing, you know what I'm saying? People saying it's Photoshop. Of course they're gonna say that. They're gonna ride for you, of course. If you ride for someone, ride or die, of course, you gonna defend them in Publix and correct them in private. That's how you're supposed to do it, right? Okay, so after that, then I guess Bobby said she has a makeup event coming up because she's coming out with her own lipstick line. So he invites Joy and Trina to go. Trina says she gonna see if she gonna show up. Trina, we know you gonna show up. We seen the previews from last week. We know you showing up, okay? So Stop trying to act like that's not under your like obligation, contractual, whatever, to go to these dang events and be there for the drama. So then we move on to Super Cindy. She's speaking with Wyclef to check out his new, I guess, tech auto project, but also there to talk about Zoe Brinks because I guess he was very interested in Zoe Brinks from seeing her cipher. So she invited Zoe Brinks to come there, and Zoe didn't know she was meeting Wyclef, but surprise! So she met Wyclef. She's so excited. She does a freestyle in front of him. He does a freestyle as well. Gives her his personal number so they could, link up and talk more, later, whatnot. So she does get a little emotional about that. And he's like, there's nothing wrong to get emotional, whatnot. And, we're going to do this. So, good kudos to her. I'm surprised because it never happened for the rest of the episode. I'm surprised we didn't see her talking with Sukihana as one-on-one, but maybe, I don't even know if they're doing a reunion. I don't think so. They didn't do no previews for a reunion. But if they were to do a reunion, I think that should definitely be discussed. But I guess we'll see what the future holds. And then we move on to Safari. So he's doing a back to school drive at his church with his pastor. I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised that he was doing this because he let it be known quite a few times in this scene that just because he jokes on the internet and whatnot doesn't mean he doesn't like to give back to his community and stuff. And I'm just like, so this was your idea, or did someone say come and do this type of event to have your reputation look better or whatnot, or you went to church for one Sunday out of the month and they made mention of a back to school drive and you said, okay, let me kind of take over this event to make it seem like I'm the one who decided to do this event so my name could be on it and all that. So I just I'm not saying he don't be thinking about this stuff or wanting to give back to the community. I just feel like this wouldn't be a main priority for him to think of doing something like this. But if he did, okay, I don't believe it. But okay, that's very fantastic. I really don't believe this, but for the sake of the show, that's very great, Safari. That's awesome. That's great to try to provide for those who are unfortunate, who can't provide for themselves. I'm thinking, is this like also another tactic, for like tax write-off purposes and stuff? Like, did you buy this stuff, or did you get people to donate and stuff? Like, which then again, on top of that, kind of reiterates my like not believing it, because maybe it was the church thing that they was already doing and you just kind of took over it to make it seem like you did it, but no, okay. So yeah, Amara comes to support him, and of course they get to talking about the Von Shea situation, and here goes Safari trying to make it seem like this is his event, saying, okay, everybody can take a 10-minute break. Everybody take a 10-minute break. Everybody takes a 10-minute break, and I'm just like, Safari. Okay, so you really try to make us believe this is your event. Okay, that's fine. So they sit down to discuss about the whole Von Shea situation. And, Mara is like saying, she didn't do it. And she's asking Safari if he stood up for her at that event, at Shay's event. He didn't really respond. And she asks, like, do you believe I would put that? And he's just like, I don't know. Like, where did the comment come from? And she's like, I don't know. So, he's left confused and whatnot. And, Mara's feeling like, well, if you can't defend me, or if you believe I would put something like that, then we don't need to be together. And that's a deal breaker. So we're breaking up. And Safari just look like he don't care. Like, he just looking like, it is what it is. She breaking up with me. I mean, well, what am I going to say? No? Like, I feel like in his mind, he's just like, well, the pussy was nice while I had it. Let's be transparent here. This is the season finale. We don't got no time to waste, okay? We don't have no time to waste, guys. That's probably what he was thinking. If it wasn't, then, I sit corrected, whatever. But from Safari's track record and the way these people work on this dang show, that's probably what he was thinking. Like, oh, it was nice while it lasted. So anything else to take from that? Amara, I just feel, that's a deal breaker for you if they don't stick by, like, they don't know. But then again, Amara, she's an interesting person to me. Very contradictory, kind of hypocritical in certain aspects. So I just really with her, it's just like, okay, you're quick to blow somebody off, but at the same time, you got a lot of issues yourself. But we're not going to address those. Okay, so then we move on to Trick. We haven't really been seeing him this season, which is like, it is what it is. He's finished with his dentist appointment. I guess he walks out to the waiting area, and there goes the Hollywood twins waiting for him to bombard him about, what been happening with Trina and whatnot. And, they need Trick's help. And Trick said, they better listen to him or he gonna ship them back off to Jacksonville up north. And they looking like, they didn't look like they was really scared about it, but they was kind of looking like, okay, we're gonna listen. I don't know what you gonna do with these twins, Trick, because they show no promise of success. I mean, I don't want to be mean and say that, but I just said it though. They have a lot of work. Okay, they can become successful. Okay, I don't want to say someone can't be something they want to be. They just need a lot of work to get to where they want to be. But maybe they'll come out with a decent EP or something. I don't know. But good luck to you, Trick. We then move on to the reports of Richard pulling a gun on Von Shay and their daughter, allegedly. But Von Shay lets us know it was real. And after that incident, she's crashing at Shay's house because Fabian ain't there. We don't see him for the rest of the episode or this season, which is great. So then she's explaining what done happened with him playing a video game and he was being too loud. So she told him, like, stop. And, he got a little, belligerent and, irate with her, grabbed his AK-47 and pointed at her, pointed at the baby. She, was trying to get out, but he was kind of blocking her, but she was able to get out, called her parents, called the police. And, now all these reports done came out. And she's like, that's the last time he's gonna ever see her or the baby. And, Shay, even though she don't have a similar situation with Von Shay, but she could understand, like, being done with somebody because with Fabian, after that whole incident at her event, that was like the last straw, and she kind of been blinded, but she sees what what it is with homeboy. So he's not in the house at the moment. She's over him, and I'm like, I hope you guys both learn from this. I hope the best for the both of you and your daughters, and you move forward and teach your daughters to not choose these type of men like y'all chose. Okay, so then we move on to Safari. And by the way, Von Shay confirmed that a few days prior, she found out that he was back on coke again. I don't know what's going on with Gunplay Richard, but he gotta do better. He gotta do better. We then move on to Safari. He visits Trick at his restaurant, and Safari said he's feeling great after the breakup, and the dark cloud is gone. Listen, good for you, Safari. I'm sure you wasn't really trying to be anything to begin with. I don't even feel like it was a real relationship for you. I feel like you was just, not like a friends with benefits per se, but it's like a little fling thing for him. Like, not like something that was gonna be long term anyway. So he's just like, okay, now I could be free and do whatever I was already doing with her freely. Not having to, worry about her tripping about what I post on social media. That's how you should just leave it, Safari, okay? You just seem like the type of person who don't want no relationship. You don't want to be tied down, so to speak. There's nothing wrong with that. I know some people gonna feel some type of way, But listen, is it better to just be single and just live life, do you? Or be in a relationship where you feel tied down and you're gonna be cheating anyway? Even though I don't feel like it was even like a relationship to begin with. It was just really like a little summer, whatever season it was for them fleeing. So, Safari, you just need to be single, live life. I'm sure there's plenty of females who gonna want to F you. Am I one of them? No. But there's plenty of females who probably would want to F you still to this day and all that stuff. So just enjoy it, live the bachelor life, take care of your kids. Wait, let's not forget you got 2 kids, take care of your kids, live your life, do you. That's it. That's it. Don't be trying to make females feel like they're going to be in a relationship with you and whatnot, because then we see how that going to work. That's never going to work. Okay, you kind of have a track record, sir. So, like, just be single, okay? So then we still with him at Trick's restaurant. They eat and Ray J comes up, so they sit down and talk. And I guess Trick is tired dealing with the twins and stuff, but he has a performance for them coming up, so he's gonna see how that works out. Trick, listen, this is good. This is good for you. Okay, it keeps you busy instead of saying reckless stuff on this show that you have been doing the past 4 seasons. So after that, they talk about gunplay and obviously the allegations that come out. So I was actually surprised. Trick said, we can't have sympathy for him. We just gotta, pretty much keep it real and be like, bro, what you doing? Why are you doing this? And I'm like, wow, Trick, that was the best thing you said all season. Not that you was really on the show this season, but that was the best thing you said all season. And pretty much he said, oh, he on that dope because it takes one to know one. He don't say that word for it. I'm just paraphrasing. But he just said, takes one to know one because he has situations too, and he been in jail too, been arrested plenty of times. We saw the mugshots as a Trick, but he's hoping the best for him. He gonna be praying for him, but at the same time, you gotta hold him accountable for what he done did. So once again, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm like, wow, Trick, thank you. That takes a lot for you to say because you be saying reckless stuff a lot of the time. So the fact that you can actually be real and be like, nah, bro, he was tripping. Good job, Trick. I'm so proud. I don't think Safari or Ray J really had anything to say, but the conversation then moves on to Von Shay and Amara and the post that, or the comment that Amara done posted, and Safari then saying, oh, she's pretty much upset that I didn't really stand up for her and all this stuff or defend her. Then Ray J was like, well, she don't be defending you when you be posting. I mean, in a sense, you're right, Ray J, but at the same time, Safari be posting dumb stuff too, though. So it's like, no, I know you're going to ride for the boys no matter what, but I mean, that's not really something to comment on because it's like, Safari always be posting reckless stuff and, he be doing this to himself. So granted, I she don't be defending him, but for what? Like, he does this through his own well-being. So I mean, they're not together no more, Ray J. So it is what it is. So then we get to Sukihana. She's doing a photo shoot for Galore magazine. Super Cindy comes to visit her, and they go to the back to talk about it, or I guess their last meeting or whatnot. Super Cindy just wants to know, like, so a lot of these interviews that you have, they mention the same thing I mentioned. So why go off on me versus the other people that you had interviews with? So I don't know what type of excuse that Suki was trying to make. I didn't write none of it down, but in the end, I was just like, it's the same thing I've been saying. Okay, she knows who to go off on, and she knows who not to go off on. She don't see Super Cindy as really someone like she trying to be, or like, I don't know how to word it. Like, she don't see Super Cindy as like, oh, one of those big people. So she's like, she on this show, so I could go off on her. I can't go off on like Charlamagne and all the other people from New York. Like I said, literally last week or whatever week, we had that conversation. So she's like, but I'm gonna go off on her here. And once again, it goes on to a back and forth. She's calling Super Cindy a whore and all this stuff. And my thing is, you want to make it seem like you're so classy, Suki, but it's like, why is it whenever someone's saying something you don't agree with or whatever, your first go-to is to, call them whore, to go off on them or say very derogatory things about them. You don't want to be treated, you want to be treated with respect, but yet you don't want to treat other people with respect when you feel like they're coming for you. Even though they're not really coming for you. I mean, they're trying to have a cordial conversation with you, but then you want to go to 100 real quick, start calling them, all these bees and whores and stuff. And it's just like, for what purpose? What's the point? It's like, you want to show that you're classy. Does this show classy to you? You want to seem like you're evolving and elevating, but yet you're still doing the same ish. And still having the same mentality and attitude towards everything. So that's why it's just like, when you was crying the other day, some people felt bad for you, but I was kind of looking at you like, what you crying for? Because you're still doing the same thing. You're still doing the same stuff. You want people to look at you differently while you still do the same thing. I don't get it. It don't make sense. So, like I said, Cindy tries to get up to walk away. Suki keeps following her and, keeps saying all this stuff, cussing her out and whatnot. And it's just like, you're only doing this because she's on the show. You wouldn't be doing this to somebody else. I bet you, I mean, not that, okay. Because I was going to say, I bet if it was like a Nicki Minaj or a Beyonce, started keep bringing her up. But, I know a lot of people respect Beyonce a lot, okay? I too respect Beyonce. But if Beyonce were to say like, oh, why, you elevating and stuff, but why are you still doing the same thing? You're not gonna go off on Beyonce, right? You're not gonna go off on Beyonce, right? You're not gonna call her whores and bees and stuff, right? So, what's the difference? Because Super Cindy ain't Beyonce. That's all it is. That's all it is. So, Sukihana knows who to cuss out and go off on. She puts all that pent up frustration with everybody and just puts it to that one person. She knows she could cuss out because she knows they're not going to do nothing. And she feels like their repertoire or whatever you want to call it ain't high enough that it's going to really blackball Sukihana. That's what it is. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking in my head. That's probably what it is. So it is what it is. We're moving on. We didn't get to Amara's event. She does a PSA for us, saying she don't support domestic violence, and she didn't make that comment about Vanche's child. But they still not cool. Okay, what? All right, Ramar, we get that. Okay, we know y'all not cool. Okay, you don't have to let us know. You don't have to give us a PSA announcement that you don't support the. It looked like you was reading off a prompt. Okay, all right, Amar. Like we do not care. Okay, just go on with this event. Let's see what drama we're gonna have. Okay, because we know it's gonna be some drama. So of course. We have Eliza there. Amar vents with her a little bit about Vanche and Safari. And, Vanche lets us know, not Vanche. Eliza lets us know that, she don't believe that Amar posted that comment. She believes that was Photoshop. Whatever. And then we have Zoe Breen. She shows up. Flo and Gael shows up. And then Amar makes a speech. Then that's when we have Joy, Bobby, and Trina. They show up. And it seemed like they were cool at first, but then when they seen Gael and Flo, Bobby went to 0 to 100 real quick, confronts Amara. I'm like, why'd you invite them? This, that. Goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. And I was kind of disappointed because from what they showed in the previews last season, it seemed like he was going to go off. And maybe he did. But it's like we didn't really get to see him going off like they showed in the previews. And I'm upset that the producers lacked to show us that. Maybe I missed it, but I watched like intently. I didn't see him going off like they showed in the previews that he went off. But maybe, I don't know. But, producers, y'all filed for that for not showing us because that's what I was looking forward to see what the heck was going on. So anyway, that's when Amara was just like, hey, we need to stop this because if there's an issue between these two, they need to talk by themselves in private. And then I guess Trina and Flo agreed that they was going to talk. But you know who with Flo? Gael. Okay, you know what Gael gonna do? Talk. But then again, you know who Trina with? Bobby. You know what Bobby gonna do? Talk. So they kind of was going back and forth a little bit. And then that's when ended up with Trina and Gael going back and forth. Trina popping off at the mouth. Fingers are pointing at each other's faces. Security gets in between to separate them. Nothing really comes about it, right? And we see Amara, disappointed, be like, thank you guys, everyone, for coming to my event, because she's over it because of the drama. But what else is to be expected at a Love and Hip Hop event, right? So Trina leaves, Bobby leaves, Joy leaves, all that stuff. And I'm just like, that's it. It felt very rushed. And I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, there's still like 10 minutes of this episode. What is going on? What am I missing here? And then literally, that's when we get to everybody talking about what they got going on or they're moving forward with all the drama and stuff. And I'm just like, this is the finale. Like, this is the part where I realized this is the finale? When did I miss this? So I'm terrible, guys. I'm so sorry. So anyway, we start off with Trina. She's doing a video shoot with Super Cindy and Chameleon. Man, why can't she be back on the show? Because she drama free. Does she still mess with Suki? Are they still friends? I don't know. But I'm like, man, Chameleon, I missed you. I actually liked her. So, she does a video shoot with her and I guess another girl on the female project that they got going on. And, she's just focusing on herself. We move on to Florence. And she knows her relationship with Trina is officially over, but she's going to keep moving forward. Good for you. We get to Zoe Brinks, and she's focused on herself. Pretty much everybody focused on themselves and moving forward and doing what they got to do to get to where they want to be and all that stuff. We didn't get to Suki. She lets us know she got no time for the haters pretty much and only wants to talk about her coochie conscious movement. Whatever you say, Suki. Okay, because I'm pretty sure you're going to be doing something else next week. But okay, coochie conscious movement. Listen, I support the movement, Suki. I do. But at the same time, you need to figure out what you're trying to promote. Are you trying to promote you being classy and evolving? Or are you going to be promoting the same thing? If you want to promote the same thing, that's fine. Okay, we don't care. But stop trying to say you're trying to evolve and be better when you're not trying to evolve and be better. I mean, what's better to you? Because what's better to you doesn't really seem like what's better to us, or from what you're trying to say, you're trying to be better and do. You're confusing us. I'm confused, Suki, but whatever. Listen, it's your life to live. You do what you want. Coochie conscious movement. All right, moving on. We get to Trick. These Hollywood twins. I guess he set up a performance for them, like I said earlier in this review, and this performance is trash. Okay, they can't get their mic good or whatnot. I don't know if they did the little test 1 2 3 before the show. Clearly they didn't. They must have been late, and they just standing there looking like deer caught in headlights. Trina laughing in the back. I probably would be laughing in the back too. I'd be like, Trina, what's going on? Then they perform for you, bro. Like you don't want to help them. You don't want to go out there and kind of save the day. No, I know you don't want to do it, Trina. I understand. I'll be laughing too. Even though Trina, like I said, problematic person. I'll still converse. But I'll let her know, like, Trina. I don't eat cat. I'm Haitian, but I don't eat cat. Okay, I don't do voodoo either. Just so you know. And then she probably gonna look at me like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, I don't even know you. And I'm like, I don't know you either, Trina, but I just want to let you know that. But yeah, I'll be laughing with her too at these twins because they just train wrecks at this point. But Trick said he's not gonna give up on them, and I'm just like, why? Like, I understand your sister, whatever to you, wants you to help them, but it's just like, do you really see them getting to where they want to be? Or are you just trying to see two young females that look the same in their bodies and stuff? Like, because they're not biologically his nieces or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Trick be, doing stuff with the youngins. So it's like, what's the real motive here, Trick? But I mean, okay, you're not giving up on them. Let me not be mean. Okay, that's great. You riding for them and gonna help them become successful where they want to be. I just want to see if there's gonna be any progress next year, because after time and time again of practice, we got to see some type of progress, right? And I feel like I haven't seen any progress. But okay, we then move on to Ray J and Princess. They're as happy as ever. He says they're the healthiest relationship in Miami, and I'm like, who told you that lie? But okay. And now he wants a third baby. Princess looking at him crazy, like, both my pregnancies were terrible, and you was even there for me in the second pregnancy. But he's like, oh, they can make it work for the third one. He just trying to lock you down even further, Princess. But that's between y'all. I ain't in your relationship. I don't care to be in your relationship. If y'all want to have a third baby, by all means, go ahead. I mean, y'all kids is beautiful. You guys got that going for you. So there's that. But yeah, good luck with that. Whatever y'all decide. I wouldn't be surprised if next year we don't see if we see a pregnancy announcement. I don't know what else to take from that. We didn't get to Amara. She is saying her relationship with Safari is fake. She does like a live or whatever. I remember hearing about that live on a shade room or something. I don't know. But then we see Safari watching the live, and he's just like, he don't got time to waste his energy on that mess. And she knows what's up, and he goes outside with a golf club and like swings her wig into the lake or whatnot. We see Shay also watching the live. She said it was a lie too, and she just lets us know she's done with Fabo Fabian. And I'm just like, you got two people saying it's a lie. I don't see Shay as one who would lie. So the fact that she's saying it's a lie, it's probably a lie. Listen, I'm not saying, once again, I don't think it was a real relationship to begin with. It would just probably was a fling thing. Because I bet you $5. It's always $5. If it ever gets to 10, we can, you might have to ask me what's going on and where I get it from. But, we sticking with the $5. I bet you $5. They had sex, bro. They had sex. Like, you can't tell me they didn't have sex. They did it. Okay, I don't care. You can't be all up on his lap, grinding and kissing and stuff, and expect me to believe y'all didn't do it multiple times, and probably one day. Samara, you could try to pretend like y'all didn't have a relationship, but maybe you didn't have a relationship, maybe because it was just a sex thing. So then, yeah, if you want to go on technicality, yeah, y'all didn't have a relationship, but y'all had relations. Oh, by the way, Shay, F Fabo, Fabian, whatever, You were too good for him anyway. Like I didn't see where the allure and attraction was, to be honest with you. But okay, you moving on. That's great. I love that for you. Yes. Lastly, we get to Von Shay, and she said when she first saw Richard, she felt like she could change homeboy, but clearly she was blind, and now she sees. So that's good. Learn from this. You got a beautiful daughter to take care of, and you will move forward. You will do the best I know you can do. You got a PhD. So you'll be fine. And we see her FaceTiming her parents. They're going to be watching her and stuff like that. You'll be fine. Like, I understand you're probably going through a tough time right now with, being in the limelight. First, you had to deal with the whole GoFundMe situation. I got to deal with, your man or your ex with his drug stuff and drinking, and now he's in jail. Now he can't even care for you. I mean, not that he was caring for you anyway, because he was doing his thing clearly, but you will move forward from this. You still young. Listen, I know you don't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear that either, bro. I didn't want to hear that. But you're still young, so you still have a whole lot of life to live, and you will come from the, overcome this. And your 30s gonna be popping. Okay, take these next few years, focus on yourself, focus on your daughter, and just trying to excel forward. You're very beautiful. You will succeed. You'll find someone else that's gonna take care of you and treat you like you should be treated. And you gonna mature and wisen up and all that stuff. I really hope the best for you. I think I already said too much, girl. You'll be fine. That was the end of Love and Hip Hop Miami season 12. I really didn't. I mean, season 5, episode 12. Season 5 intro. I did not know this was season finale. I really didn't. I really felt like I didn't remember them saying this last week. But that's it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, I'm going to be posting more videos. I post videos weekly. Watch one of them. Okay, I'm sure I have a joke in there somewhere that you find funny. You could laugh, subscribe, okay? Comment down below what you thought about this episode, this season. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.